And we are live again from the capital city of the Internet, Cambridge, Massachusetts. We are here today on Mother's Day 2014, and we shall surely speak a good word about mother. We have, throughout the course of this week, released a whole series of articles on mother from various angles, some humorous, some decidedly not. And all the smart members of Worldprofit have done their ebooks. If you haven't done your ebooks yet, do it now. It still is Mother's Day for at least, it looks like to be 11 hours. My name is Dr. Jeffrey Lant. I am the MC, your host, founder, co-founder, and CEO of Worldprofit at www.worldprofit.com, which launched this program a long time ago, so that the program you're about to see is in fact part of the longest running series of live internet programs anywhere on this planet. What do we do here every day? And the key is every day at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, we gather here at Worldprofit's Live Business Center. First of all, to remind you that you need the extra money. As if you needed reminders enough, as if bills coming in all the time unpaid weren't reminder enough. Our primary focus is, always has been, and always will be, improving your financial condition. And we offer very specific advice and information on how to do that. But we do other things here too. We worry about politics, international affairs, the various economies around the world. We worry about what Mr. Putin is doing to us. We worry about what we're doing to ourselves. We deal with books. We deal with a host of information of practical utility. But we always keep bringing it back to the central focus of this place, making money. And my colleague today is Elizabeth English, and I'm just thrilled to death to see her back. She's had, I think in my day we used to say you were under the weather. Although this day, with the weather being so atrocious, I think we're all probably under the weather. Why don't you say hello to the folks? And,
hi, everyone.
I'll say a few words about you. Elizabeth English has been associated with Worldprofit for many, many years, and particularly with this program through a series of 4 articles that she helped me write on the Boston Marathon murders. And Elizabeth, you and I did something which no one else did at that time. We were immersed. I was actually in the middle of the events, physically, and CNN asked me to comment on it. And then they told me after the fact that over 1 billion people, 1 billion, had accessed those programs. And so I've always given lavish credit to you because you jumped Johnny on the spot and you were there helping me gather the information that made our webcast unique. So that made me think about how many times Worldprofit has been in the forefront. We were the first program to cover a hurricane live. Our people were out in the hurricane in Florida recording. And it was a nasty fit of a hurricane as well. We were there. We were the first company to use webcasting on Mardi Gras in New Orleans. We were there for Mardi Gras Live. We were there in the West Indies on the dock of a cruise ship, interviewing people from the ship on certain things we were doing. In other words, we have managed to appear in so many different places, and we're proud of the fact that, among many other things, we are journalists too, and Elizabeth has been part of that tradition. And welcome back. As an old timer, you have to take the designation. You have to be an old timer. You cannot be a middle or a young timer. Well, I'm going to be an old timer. You're going to be one too. I'm insisting.
Well, I'm proud of it. I'm very proud of being an old timer.
Yes.
Well, journalist here we're always on top of every story that I've noticed.
Yes. Yes, we certainly have been. Well, I'm going to say more about that. This program, first of all, Billy Radaran. Billy, here's the ticket. We're trying to give our program, and we're giving it for you. So what we'd like you to do is sit down and put your hands in your lap and relax. We'll answer any queries when we get to that point. Would you do that? It throws us off our measures here if you interrupt us. So sit down, relax, enjoy. We're going to be talking today. We're going to make people like Billy an offer that they cannot get anywhere else, because the primary focus of Worldprofit is and always has been helping you make sense of and money from the internet. Billy, just relax. We're going to make Billy a company a $20,000 plus offer to join us and start making money on the net. For those of you that are new to Worldprofit, a few things to keep in mind. We have been around for over 20 years on the internet, which makes us dinosaurs. We are Methuselah. We've been there before Google, before eBay. We were there at the very first moving part, which is a famous circulating coffee cup, the first movable graphic. We were there. And that is a designation that very few people can say. What we've done here is always focus on helping you make money at home. And so we're going to do some shout-outs during the program. And the first shout-out for today is I want to shout out. I can't get those young girls off my mind in Sudan, in Nigeria. The picture paralyzes me. I'm so angry. I'm frightened for them. I had a dream about it last night.
No, it's horrible.
And so I wanted to address particularly women worldwide who find themselves in the midst of barbarous conditions. They look out the front door, and they don't have a street anymore. The electricity is a joke. The hospitals are running on empty. The food supply is rotten. There's always money for guns, always money to equip young men who are the last people in the world who need guns. So if you are a young woman or an older woman around the world and you need extra money, and I know that you do, come to us and we will help you get it. We are Worldprofit. There's no country in the world where we do not have members now. Every country, every dependency, every trustee land, we have Worldprofit members in those places. Many times we have people called monitors as well, like Elizabeth and myself. We want you to understand that your situation is not unknown to us. Difficult one because there's so little one can do, and whatever there is though can be done must be done. And so for women worldwide, come to us and we will work with you. Elizabeth, you want to add to that, because I want people to know that in Nigeria, which is a basket case, and Sudan, which is another one, the Republic of the Congo, and I can go through the list of all the African nations which have egregious policies under us. We must let these women know that we are here for them, and that if they want extra money to improve the quality of their lives, we will help them get it. Your comment?
That's true. I have to tell you that Worldprofit is step-by-step simple. They tell you everything to do every step of the way. Anything you want to learn that's available on the internet is here for you to learn. All you got to do is take the first step and come on the door. We're here just waiting to help you.
You see, we were turned into, by necessity, universal educators. I didn't know 21 years ago that we would be having specific outreach to these poor people whose lives have been so disoriented and continue to be. And they face the worst situations every day. I didn't know that, but I learned, like most people do, that the internet has a way of throwing things at you that you all of a sudden need to do. And so, for those of you who are the women of the world, come to us. And I want to point out as well, not only that we have the return of Elizabeth English, who's one of our senior people, but our president, Sandy Hunter, is the longest serving female president of any internet company in the world. Our top salesperson, perennial top salesperson, is Linda Elsie, a grandmother from California. And they bring a different touch to the scenario than the men do. In Nigeria, the men are worried about killing each other, wreaking havoc in families. Women are proving that they indeed have a different way of dealing with people. I don't see too many women armed and dangerous going and capturing young boys. No one will ever see that. It's not part of the gestalt of women. It was about this time last year that Oprah Winfrey came to Harvard to get an honorary degree against a substantial amount of criticism. And I don't usually go to Harvard commencements. I went to my own. I thought that was well enough. And every 5 or 10 years I go to one just to see, to make sure that I'm still alive and my academic gown still fits. She was much, when the criticism started to come in against Oprah, I announced here that I was going to go to Harvard commencement and support Oprah and Oprah-isms, and I did. And that article will be added to the repertoire this month because I learned that the women of Harvard now run the university in terms of the presidency, leading deans. Most of those positions are with women, and a minimum of 16 of the 30 overseer positions are with women. And I'm telling you folks, this is a revolution, and I'm proud to be part of it. And I have to say, when any people ask me about feminism, and since it is Mother's Day, I'll tell you one anecdote about my mother. My mother bought a copy of Betty Friedan, The Feminine Mystique. And she told me that she used to read it. She used to bury it in the clothes hamper in the basement. Because she knew that no one would ever go there. That was true. None of the family members, but the wife, was going to go to the clothes hamper. So she put her copy of Betty Friedan, The Feminine Mystique, in the clothes hamper. So she used to sneak off and read it, and no one was around. She said she felt like a communist. She felt like she was reading some smut. It was such a book with such amazing power. And so I was literally, with my mother's milk, came to be a feminist and supported women's events and rights at all times and places, including a unique tale is that Michael Dukakis, who later ran for president of the United States, appointed me to the Governor's Commission on the Status of Women. There were 100 openings. And when I found out about it, there was just one left. And I asked the governor to appoint me, and he said, but you're not a woman. And I said, women cannot solve their problems alone. I am a sympathizer, and they will be glad to have me. And he said, right off the bat, the man knew how to make a decision. He said, I will appoint you, and he did. So you're looking at a historical creature, the only man on the Massachusetts Commission on the Status of Women. So on Mother's Day, it's really appropriate, Elizabeth, that we should do that.
Yes.
Now, we're going to, at this point, make an offer. We're going to show Elizabeth the nuances of while we do that, the extra little goody things. This offer is worth over $20,000 to Billy, Boston McLean, Joyce Jones, and 73 people looking in the window. This offer was scientifically constructed by a genius named George Koch. And he has kept his hand on the pulse of the Internet since the inception of the Internet. He was what I call the first believer. The first believer to get, the second believer who was saying, and to get the third believer, that was me. And then from then all the people that you see on the screen all over the world, there were 2 million of us. And these people have a belief that you can make money from the Internet that is becoming very helpful. It pays the car payment, or health insurance. God only knows we have nothing but chaos in the health insurance system now. So we're supposed to have a rational system. Have you ever had more chaos than today? So if you will be willing to follow simple directions and leave your arrogance and conceit to one side, that you know it all, and the first person that had to leave that to one side was me. It's an old expression, you can always tell a Harvard man, you just can't tell him very much. So I had to put aside the fact that I knew all these things, so that I could finally know all these things. And so, Elizabeth, we're going to go ahead and post the one block of this at a time, starting with send D2. Now, do you need my help with the buttons?
No.
All right, terrific. Now, folks, I want you to listen to Elizabeth. This is the long offer. It is also the most valuable offer on the Internet. It guarantees that you will make money. If you turn it down, it's only made to you once. It will never make it to you again. So, Elizabeth, we'll read out with pizzazz.
Okay. All right. Now, you say you finished our introductory video. Well, that's great. Now, you already know the awesome offer we've got for you if you order in the next 15 minutes, and I mean 15 minutes. You get the $6,500 bonus offer that was made in the video, and $400 a month of cutting-edge success materials with all the resale rights. And you get all the materials that they've given us before. Now, this is worth thousands of dollars. You get total success training and home business boot camp. Also, 75 monitors like myself and Dr. Lant will start closing sales for you today without ever charging you anything. You also get $800 worth of crucial business and wealth building software, all with the resale rights. You get Worldprofit's unique ClickBank promo kit. It enables you to get over $1,000 a month without spending a penny. You also get our incredible list builder, our magic list builder, which turns any website, and I mean any website, into a list building page instantly. And if you accept this offer in the next 2 minutes, you get 10 associates, and they'll start generating commissions for you immediately. Now, if you're ready to accept, you can click on the red Order Now link and select option number 1, the monthly option, or you can click the blue link to order. This offer is made once and only once to you, but wait, there is a lot more. Okay. A little rusty, guys, so hang in here.
Billy, would you please sit down and listen? This is for you. We're doing this for you. Billy, don't run around like a fly all over the page. Sit down, relax, and listen. Go ahead.
Okay, Billy. Now, it's important that you place your order within 5 minutes. You'll get 50,000 additional money-making credits, including 10,000 additional guaranteed visitors to the website of your choice from Traffic Center, 20,000 credits from our popular Safelist Extreme Mega List system. You also get absolutely free our newest traffic generated marvel, the Automatic SEO Promo Bucket. Now, it has a $450 retail value. Now, this helps you to get guaranteed #1 positions on Google, Yahoo, Bing, and all the other search engines. It also promotes your URL to over 3,000 backlinking sites with just a few clicks. And it will allow you to post your message on over 70 Safelist and top traffic exchanges. Finally, we will include the SEO Power Pack of 23 software programs worth over $1,000. Now, this is our gift to you if you join us now. Now, click on the red Order Now link and click on option #1, the monthly option. Now, there's still more. Billy left. If you get your silver package now, you'll get over 1,000 original articles. Actually, I think it's 2,000 now. Original articles for your blog by master writer and marketeer Dr. Jeffrey Lant. To see the complete collection, you can go to jeffreylantarticles.com. Now, active dealers like myself use these articles to generate thousands of responses in just, I missed something here tonight. Oh, in just 15 minutes. I don't think it takes 15 minutes anymore to post them. Every single day. You also get brand new software by master inventor George Kosh, which enables you to create hundreds of ebooks in just about 3 minutes per book. Now, this particular offer is made once and once only, so you have to act now. So click on the red Order Now button or click the blue link to order. Now, order in the next 15 minutes and add this to your $12,000 bonus package. Create customized and produce video articles almost as fast as you can read this sentence. Now, this is new. If you order within 7 minutes, we will include the easy-to-use software you need to give away unlimited free advertising to all of your customers, whatever you're selling. This is tech wizard George Kosh's latest invention, and you will use it daily to get your customers to act, to respond, and to buy. $1,995 retail value. It's worth so much more. It's yours free now. Now, this is a Worldprofit exclusive. You won't find it anywhere else.
Now, Elizabeth has given you half the offer. I shall give you the other half. All right. Let's go on here. All right, video marketing. This is part number 4 of 6 parts. Stefano Caprio, please pay attention. Video marketing is the hottest thing on the net. Have you been to YouTube lately? Now you can stay home and profit if you know how to do it. Internationally known marketer, me, shows you how to use video marketing to sell anything. Order in 7 minutes and get my incredible video marketing course free. This is an amazing course, by the way, folks. It opens up so many possibilities in your mind about where you're going to invest your money, how you're going to make money. Oh, it's a great course. This is a $10,000 value. That's what any university would charge for a 2-day workshop, but this is ongoing training. The course is unique. It doesn't exist anywhere else. You get it now. Now, you also get my new book, and I mean new. The link is still red on the pages. My new book, Net Profits. You click on the link, it shows you the Amazon right at Amazon.com. It's $29.95 value, and it's free. And it's honest. And it will make you money. And now for the 5th and 6th portions. If everybody looks at the top, everyone that is as the associates, you will see at the top bright green numbers that say you get over 700,000 SEO submissions. What does that mean? That means it's all done automatically. You give them a 3-month subscription, You can use up all the SEO submissions to raise your website. And finally, I will give each of you who joins us now in the next 7 minutes 50 customers off of my personal list. I'll strip them off my list this afternoon, transferring them to your list this afternoon. No one is going to do it faster than that. That's 50 customers. Now, this offer is ordinarily good for 7 minutes, but I, in my liberalism, my progressive outlook, I'm going to give you until the top of the hour. 34 minutes from now, this offer will expire. And remember, there are two groups of people looking at this offer. There are the people that are, I call the in-studio audience. They're from all over the world. This is Anonymous, which is Elizabeth in New York, and I'm in Massachusetts, and from all over the place. The bottom line is, that you're getting this offer right off the press. Now, the larger audience is going to view this program at YouTube, and our readership is enormous. Well, if you're sitting at home 100 years from now and you haven't joined the Worldprofit yet, you're going to find this video. I wonder if that offer is outmoded. Well, of course it will be outmoded. You'll come to worldprofit.com and you'll get a better offer, because the nature of our work means better offers more frequently, with more doodads and gizmos in them. Elizabeth, you want to speak to these offers? You didn't get an offer nearly as good as this, and I didn't get an offer at all when I joined Worldprofit.
No, I didn't. This offer has changed so much in such a little time. I'm amazed. That's why I kind of stumbled over it. There are so many new things. I wanted to catch my breath. I was so surprised. If you guys don't come in and take this offer, you are really missing the boat. You're not going to find it anywhere else. And believe me, I've looked. You won't find it, guys.
You were one of the people that had lost a packet of money on the mail.
Oh, let me tell you. Every time I say it, my husband steers the hair down the back of his neck stand up.
Well, it proved to me that he was a highly desirable piece of male real estate, that he didn't scream and jump up and down. He was not happy. He was not happy about that. But he worked with you.
No, he did. He did.
A manifestation of what? No, I like Dave very much. Dave is good value.
Yes,
now,
good.
I'm going to say another word or two about this offer. Good to the top of the hour. Good to the top of the hour. You're not going to get it anywhere else. It's the best offer on the internet. And my question to people who don't take it is, what are you going to do without it? You say you want to succeed on the internet. How do you expect to do that when you've stripped away all the tools, all the training, all the traffic to deliver? How are you going to do it? And of course, the answer is no. And again, proves the delusional aspect of people that they can think that they're going to take away all the guts of it, and then they're still going to make money. No. No. Let us stamp on that canard immediately. One of the things that I do for this community is I write content. There's Bill Gates, of all people, whose office is right across the street from where I'm speaking to you. I'm speaking to you right now, smack dab in the middle of the Harvard University complex. And I could see, if I go out the front door, I could see where Bill Gates, age 19, became a multi-millionaire. Age 19. And he has delivered so many salient and important observations, but one of them that certainly applies to me is content is king. He understood that you couldn't build an internet without content. He also understood that the better the content, the more people would admire you, want to be contacted by you, and buy the things you offer. I'm going to read you an article. It is the final article for Mother's Day, 2014. This follows a series of articles which all of you can see at www.jeffreylantarticles.com. It's JEFFREYLANT articles.com. These articles cover an enormous number of subjects. I figured out that recently that I covered about 200 different subjects. 200 different subject categories to which we are top of. It is not a science work, it is a work. The title of this article, again, is could hardly be a better day, Mother's Day, for this. Rock of Ages. The pain and comfort locked in every piece of jewelry. It was first published March 7, 2012. I am about to open a time capsule. It's been waiting for me for some years now, and I am, I think, as ready as I shall ever be to look inside, and to be swept away by the strongest and most enduring memories of Mother, deceased, never more alive in my mind. I am writing this article for just 4 people. First, my mother herself. She and I discussed the subject on several occasions, and I want to keep faith with her. Second, I am writing this article for me. I resolved some time ago that as incidents in my mother's life rose to the top of my consciousness, I would write about them, the better to remember her and keep her memory green. The third person for whom this is written is my only niece, Chelsea. She's the young woman, now just 21, who will get these pieces, and I want her to know her grandmother better, to at least know her through my eyes. Chelsea, your grandmother lives again here, and it is my hope that you will understand just what that means and your role. For you are the one designated by fate, destiny, and your grandmother and I to have, behold, savor this jewelry, and in your turn to pass them on with the seriousness and thoughtfulness they deserve. Finally, I am writing this article for you, dear reader. Why? Because at some point in your life, you will face the exact subject of this article, and must do it completely right the first time. This article will enable you to do just that. The intimacy of jewelry. All jewelry is valuable, even that you find on the bargain table of the 5 and dime. Just what that value is depends on the materials used, the fame of the person who designed it, the company that sold it, and the overall impact of the work. On these things you have no influence whatsoever. And on the final point, in your opinion, is everything. What emotional wallet does the piece pack? An intangible that emanates from the loved one who wore this beautiful item. What she thought of it, where and when she wore it, photographs in which the item is featured, etc. So does such an object become an aperture into the life of and memories about your departed beloved. And you must make a decision about their importance and intensity to you. And who might have them after you too are gone. All this is essential, not easy, and fraught with emotional dynamite. Pen, paper, object, focus. It is easy to get distracted when you're sorting items as intimate as your mother's jewelry. These items, after all, are of the greatest personal significance to you, as must be the case given the person they once adorned, brightening her life and yours. Such memories, too, deserve your full attention, but not until the business is handled. For this you need the following items: pen, paper, camera, and an easy-to-work-in space where you can unpack the items and work with them. Drawing up a list on your computer is also advisable. It makes it easy to communicate with the people involved in this matter. Do this as soon as possible. This is easier said than done. As you can see from this article, I deferred handling this matter for several years. This would have been irresponsible of me, but for the unique circumstances of our family. There were only 3 ladies in the family who had and still have, in the case of the 2 juniors, any involvement in this matter, and one being removed from the scene, the other 2, mother and daughter, did not demand or insist upon an instant resolution to the business. Rather, the reverse, as Chelsea, the one who would get most everything, was not ready for ownership yet, as still an undergraduate without fixed address or life's work. And so the matter could be continued without inconvenience to anyone. This is why the objects waited so long for my detailed attention, inspection, report, and distribution. For now, the time capsule must be opened, each item evocative of its owner brought forth, and the important work begun, as I am doing here at my desk. The importance of each object being marked and recorded, boxed, ready for the next owner, like Mary Regina. I take as my superb skill model Queen Mary, wife of King George V. She might have been the curator of a museum, and in all practical particulars she was. Given the professional way, she handled all items in the collection of the Royal House of Windsor. Each was examined by the Queen, and often all its important details clearly recorded in her own fair hand. Well, if it's good enough for Queen Mary, it's good enough for me. And so, with great care, I take the first box out of the shopping bag, and the jewelry has lived for a prolonged period. It is now time for its renewed appearance to be worn and treasured by another generation. Open the first box and begin. If you are lucky, the recipient of the jewelry with which you are charged has been scrupulous about saving the box the items came in, and any paperwork, like invoice or sales slip. These are important since they contain vital information which will bear on the value and rarity of the piece. Keep them safe and always gather these details for your heirs. I have been a good guardian. That is my pride as I start to pull the dusty boxes into the light. And then, unbidden, the insistent memories are here demanding a sustained attention I feel compelled to give. The penny, farthing, priceless pin in silver. A reduced version of her baron's coronet set in gold, the ancient title hers in her own right. The golden Christmas wreath pin set in emeralds and sapphires she wore to every seasonal party, for she loved the gladdening smell, regretting only that this pin could not duplicate the original. And so it went, items unearthed, opened, scrutinized, remembered, each one a memory tugging at my heart. But I had promised myself I would focus first and foremost on the business at hand. And I kept this promise until one very special piece of gold emerged, immediately catching the light and igniting. It was the gold iridescent dragonfly, with its dense green and gold motif. I recognized it at once. After all, I had given it to her. In addition to the card that accompanied the original gift, there was a message in my hand. She always said she wanted to fly free as the curious dragonfly, and now she does. I broke down and sobbed. Throughout this moment, human frailty, human limitations, human mortality were all too close, too painful, too real. And now this brilliant creature is in my hand, half a world away. And here I shall keep it until Chelsea is ready and knows why the tears flowed hot and heartfelt. And we'll keep it as safe as I have done. Your thoughts?
Well, that's an awesome article, Dr. Lant. Oh, it's beautiful. It's such a to your mother, I can't think of the right word, to honor her presence that was and isn't here. But it's nice to think that now she is dragonfly, flying free like she always wanted, you know?
I was with her the day that she said that. It's funny how, whether it's the kitchen, whether it's the best china or the best linens or whatever, they bring up these memories which cannot be denied and which are too important to forget. And unfortunately, families, being families, can be extremely careless about these things. When your time comes, I know you won't be careless. I hope that this is helpful to people, because as you destroy artifacts or lose them, you destroy the persons. until finally, if we destroyed all the articles, the memory is so thin. But that we will not be. We will ensure that that doesn't happen. Now, I want to say this for the people that are listening in, and you haven't sent your e-books out for Mother's Day. I hope this stimulates you to do that, because I created these articles with a great deal of precision and time and the investment of brain power to help you build your business. There is not another person on this planet, and if I do say so myself, that gave what I might so easily have sold. But I gave it away.
True.
Because I wanted people to have the use of it. And the thing that distresses me most of all is when people have it and don't use it. Use these things. They're there for you. Now, we're going to carry on. And we're going to do some shout-outs. And we'll touch on the offer again. Now, a shout-out is where we pick a group of people, a category, in a day, and we address some remarks to them. I'm going to say as my shout-out, I'm going to talk to my baby boomers. Every time I talk to you, and I say my baby boomers because you are, just as I am yours, throughout my entire life, I have been accompanied by several million people called baby boomers who changed everything they touched. From the moment of conception to the moment that we now inhabit, the baby boomers have had their say. And as a result, they've made any number of critical errors which seem to come along with the territory. Because baby boomers are not infallible, although I hate saying that because it seems to me to go against the credo of my kindred spirits. If you are a baby boomer, you are now gray-haired, have a bit of a polish, arthritis, and I passed two baby boomers in the street last week, and they were comparing notes on their aches and pains. One of them was 72 years old. You see how close I was that I remember that. One of them was 72 years old, the other was 68. I'm 67. They were my slightly elevated. And they were talking about the pain. And they had this pain in this shoulder. This is what we talk about now. It's gone from being the life of the party to hobbling down the street with a cane. We can help you. If you were not quite so wise about your investment as you thought you were, or didn't put away enough, partied too much along the lines for the last 5 decades, come to us. Come to me particularly, because I am your advocate at all times and places. Come to us. You have to do a little work. I know it pains you when you thought it was all done for you, but it's not. If you need extra money, you do. And you know very well that we've had the best of everything in our life, and we're going to demand it for the rest of it. And we've had it so far, we're going to have it again. That's the kind of generation that we are. You come to me, and I'll do what I can to make sure. If you are a baby boomer, if you are over 60 years old, come and let us help you. Elizabeth, what do you want to say about baby boomers? Because you're everywhere.
Oh, you are.
Oh, we cover the landscape.
Another thing I noticed about baby boomers is they like to talk about what they ate for dinner. And if they can remember what they ate for dinner.
Well, you shouldn't say that because I don't think I can.
I can't. I know I can.
I can tell you the Kennedy cabinet of the 1960s, but I can't tell you what I ate for lunch yesterday. Now, would you care to choose a group to shout out to for particular comments? Because these are groups
yes,
that
I would.
help.
Yes, you can, Stefan, and that's what I'd like to tell people. Now, I realize through some disabilities of my own that there comes times when you have medical bills and bills for prescriptions and On top of your ordinary bills, they just pile up, and you don't know what you're going to do or how you're going to pay them. You don't know where to turn, and you want to turn to the government for help, and they're not there when you need them, not in the world I live in anyway. So I want to tell you that you need to come in because Worldprofit offers you step-by-step directions. You can flounder on the internet if you want, and you'll get this ebook and that ebook, but you won't know what to do with them when you read them. Here, you have all the help that you need. You have the monitors, you have the support, you have your sponsor, they call it an upline some places, to turn to ask questions. And believe me, it helps pay for those prescriptions that are outrageous.
Isn't that the truth?
It is.
I've become a drug addict like most of America. My father said to me on the day that my first old person subscription got filled, he said, "Now you belong to the pharmacists." There's not a person in America or the world who doesn't understand that. We were apparently put on this earth to satisfy the needs of the shareholders of the pharmacists. It makes you resentful.
It does.
I want to shout out to those of you who are in the military. Your benefits are being slashed. The enhanced benefits you expected will not be delivered. You're angry about this to the extent that you know it, and it frustrates you, perplexes you, baffles you as to why this is happening. And that is all the business of politics. But I'll tell you one thing about veterans. We have one at our very head. George Kosh, ex-captain in the Canadian Air Force, begins a parade of officers and military personnel who are members of Worldprofit. And I'll tell you why you come to us. Oh, the best laid plans of mice and men. You came to us because we offer a military structure. If you do a thing, it will produce designated and predictable results. You're going to know what you're at. And one of the things that's so frustrating about the internet that's practiced by most companies is that they don't verify. They don't make it clear what you have to do. We make it clear. Do this, and then do this, and then do this, and then go back and refresh, and then do this. In other words, it tells you. And people say to me, because I beat up the dead horse, they say, why do you repeat yourself so much? Because until every person gets it, it's just the equivalent of new. Not a repetition if the people don't understand it. It may be construed as the first time they've ever paid attention. And so one of the things you get from this company, the security military, is certainty, surety, and checklists. Because no military officer ever did anything without a checklist. And so it is here. You want to say anything? We have senior officers, retired now, of course, from virtually every country in Western Europe and North America. They come here because they know they're not going to get ripped off. They can understand the directions, they can follow the directions, and if they do, and they will, they make money, and they do.
It's just so simple. If there's anything you want to learn about the internet, and I do mean anything, from building your website to writing an article, making a video, advertising, I can go on for the rest of the hour telling you of all the products that we have at Worldprofit. And it's amazing. I barely knew how to turn the computer on. And with the step-by-steps I learned at Worldprofit, welcome Brandon. Hi Brandon Bowen, how are you today? It's just so easy here because there's step-by-step, and if you don't follow the steps, you don't get the results, you don't earn the money.
You know, people often say to me, can you give me a better deal than one you get? And I say, I've given you 21 years of my life. That's the better deal. Thousands of articles, ebooks, the whole thing. So people, we ask of you a very small amount, a minute thing, and $99.95. Don't come in here and tell us that it's an overwhelming sum. I went to the grocery store the other day and spent $285 on groceries, and I'm hungry still. You see, don't tell me that $99.95 is this gigantic deal-breaking thing. It is big kids before that comes out again. Well, Elizabeth, I'm going to ask that you go down, and I'm going to bring up Patrice Porter, and if there's any time at the end of the hour, after she goes down, you come back.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you for having me for this hour, sir. I've enjoyed it immensely.
Oh, no, the pleasure is all mine.
Bye, everyone.
And that is our dear Elizabeth English, whom we have missed. We're so glad that she's back. And back in one piece, too.
Yeah, great to see her back. And it seems very chipper. Good to see. And that's the great thing here. We work
she plowed the way for where you go. You were a logical addition, follow-up to her work. In other words, she came before you and sort of was a pathfinder, and the path led to you.
Yeah, she's helped me along the way here, and it's great to see her back. And that's the great thing at Worldprofit. We're working as a team and breaking paths for each other here and helping each other out. And Elizabeth was always telling about how much we have here and the mentorship and leadership, and it's wonderful here that we can have it all in one package and not work alone and work with the team and have access to, like, the co-founders, the CEOs, and all that you've given here. That was a beautiful article today about your mother, and it was bringing back memories of the jewelries and that I had from my mother, and I didn't list them and everything. I think I will be doing that now. List them in categories.
I think you will be too.
Yeah. So and if you'd like to check out,
well, part of yes. So tell the folks to go to Pat Porter.
Yeah. If you want to check out the replay from this program, it'll be on the YouTube channel Pat Porter. And to see one of my home business central that I've developed through Worldprofit here, you can go to www.20waystoprofit.com. And at Worldprofit, it's a training system with all the tools and resources, and I've been able to use my gardening expertise to help people to create abundance by gardening. And you can check that out at www.gardeningforfoodsecurity. And with that, I'm going to say...
I want to say something. Yep, don't even think of going down. Pause. You know, it is so easy to forget, with women so prominent in all of our endeavors, that for thousands of years, women were stuffed in a cave and told not to go out of the house. And I want to make sure, and this is why I make you come up and talk about your activities, because I want people to understand that we will not forget what the terrible days before, when women were undervalued, and is manifesting itself in Nigeria now with those young girls. That's a manifestation of a millennial policy that men thought justifiable. We've come such a long way, at least those of us on the cutting edge, so we can't even really visualize or imagine what that was like for a while.
Yeah.
And that's why I want Betty Friedan anecdote about my mother, who hid that book in the clothes hamper, because it was such a revolutionary. Betty Friedan's ideas were so revolutionary that it was thought to be anti-family, threatening to the position of men.
Yeah, and that's I mean, this is what, like at Worldprofit here, we're all treated as equals, and I'd say Sandy takes a very prominent place here, and developing, our businesses online. It's done from the comfort of the home, and the some they are home with the children, and so it's great that way too, and it's just equal opportunity and a great opportunity for anyone that wants to step out and reach out to people all over the world and develop an international.
But even the whole idea of the housewife has changed from when we were growing up.
Yeah.
So,
oh, definitely.
Today's housewife sees herself in a different way than my mother's generation did.
Yeah.
So you can both be in the home, but in quite different ways.
Yeah, yeah. And
now, I want you to tell, just before you go down, I want you to tell these people who are isolated. Worldprofit has liberated the alienated and the isolated.
Yes.
There's absolutely no. If you are hearing us, wherever you are in the world, you're isolated. I don't care whether you're in the middle of Chicago and you're isolated, or you're in the middle of Zimbabwe. What matters is that we have the solution. And if you must understand, we make a conscious outreach to liberate people from the thraldom of alienation and loneliness.
Yeah, I live in the boreal forest and in northern Saskatchewan, a very small populace around, and to try to develop a business, it's very difficult. But here you're able to use the power of the internet and break through that isolation, and there's also the mental isolation when you have these ideas and paths you want to follow, and you haven't got the support that people don't believe in you and whatever. But here we have the support here, and we work as a team and with like-minded people, and the support's here, and so it breaks another isolation barrier there that there's no need to be doing it alone. You come and work with the team here, and it's so much easier to be able to work as a team and have the support to help you through those obstacles and more difficult times when it could be so easy to give up. But if you got the support and the nudge factor from Dr. Lant, who's famous for that, it's a whole lot easier. Well, and actually, I believe that it's what makes it possible too. I mean, it's trying to do it alone. I don't believe it would have happened.
No, it wouldn't.
No.
Well, it
so I say my
do you have
dues
any
now.
last thoughts before I wrap it?
No, that's it. Again, the replay will be on the YouTube channel, Pat Porter, and I'll be up here after anything goes to and bring the direct link to this program. That'll be about 5 minutes after. So.
And if you haven't seen Pat Porter, go and look. It's extremely impressive.
Lots and lots of different programs there. All the back issues that we've had here, and
now, it is my privilege on Mother's Day, as on all other days, to wrap. And I remind you of the immortal words of our benefactor, Cole Porter. The best thing produced by Yale College in olden days, a glimpse of stocking, was looked upon as something shocking. Now, God knows anything goes. It most assuredly does here in this space at 1 p.m. Eastern Time every day. We tackle the hard problems of the internet. We give aid and encouragement to people who need it all over the globe. We give a thumbs up on helping people make more money so that they can live a better life. It all happens here at Worldprofit, where it's been happening for over 20 years. This is the longest running program, live program on the internet, on building wealth via the internet. But there is my privilege to MC it as your CEO. Thank you so much. And now, if you haven't sent your Mother's Day book out yet, do. It's a worthy activity for this afternoon.